He won't even apologize. He thinks he's right about everything. I mean, you know, she's a Japanese 9, which means she's more like a regular 15-year-old to them. I can't stand him. Hey, people are gonna hear you if you keep shouting like that. Who cares? It's okay, Hattie. If you have something to say, just let it out. I'll listen. I knew you'd understand, Shirley. Unlike some men. Hey. Just thinking about his face makes me mad. Or the sound of his voice. Oh, brother. Where art thou? He doesn't fulfill his duty as a parent. He just says whatever he feels like. He's just so wrong in so many ways. I'm sure he has his reasons. I'm sure he doesn't. Could we, move on, please? I'm not stuck with babysitting duty. You little brat. I was exiled, Harriet. How am I supposed to know I had a daughter, or whatever the fuck happened? Or care about? That's just it. You never care about anything. He told me not to go. Go where? To the place where all the flowers are blooming. It's really pretty. Where's that? Outside the city? Yeah. Then it's no wonder he stopped you. But it's not that far. It's dangerous outside the city, especially recently with the monsters getting really violent and all. Will's worried about you, Hattie. No, he's not. He hates me. That's why he won't let me do anything. Okay, that's how 9-year-olds act. That part. Besides, there's a reason I want to go there. A reason? I'm looking for the flower that my hairpin came from. The one you're wearing now? No, it's like, no, dumbass. The one I'm not wearing. Mom told me about it. She said there's a place where this flower blooms. That hairpin's nice. The flower's not real, though. I want to see the real thing. This hairpin was Mom's favorite. Uh-huh. What's that in your hand? A flower bud? These were the only flowers that weren't blooming, so I brought one back with me. I've never seen this kind before. Do you know what it is, Senel? Sorry, I don't know much about flowers. What about you, Shirley? Me neither. I'm sorry I can't help you. You know, your dad's a naturist. He loves nature and shit. Why don't you ask him? It's pretty big. I've never seen a flower bud this big before. I sure hope it's the one I'm looking for. Oh, hello. What are you all talking about? Maybe you might know a little bit about this, Musette. What is it? This flower. Well, look at this. Do you know what it is? Yes, it's a very rare flower that only blooms on the Legacy. That explains why I've never seen it before. It's a relatively new discovery in the world of botany. There wasn't even a name for it before it was discovered. Really? A certain person gave it a lovely name, and now everyone calls it that. What's it called? What does it look like? It's called the Harriet. That's what it is, because he loves you. Or maybe it's named after your mother. Let's take bets. Why don't you try asking Will? He's quite knowledgeable about flora as well. Never. I don't want his help. Oh, brother, not again. He gets his kicks out of being mean to me. He's always bossing me around. Do this, don't do that. Who does he think he is? Do you dislike your father that much? Yes, I hate him. You've seen what kind of person he is since you've come to the Legacy. Everyone here relies on him and he never lets them down. Deep down, you actually do like him, don't you? Well, if it were me, I think I'd be proud. But he treats me like I'm just another little kid that he can boss around. He's so cold. You want him to spoil you. You want him to let you do stupid shit. You're just a brat. That's why I can't really tell what I should think. Then you'll have to make up your own mind. My own mind? No matter what Shirley and I say, no matter what the people of Werther's Beacon think, none of it means anything if you don't agree with it. Yeah. Take a good look at Will for yourself. Think for yourself and figure it out for yourself, 9-year-old child. Fine, I'll do that. Hattie? I'm going to bed. Okay, good night. Good night. Do you think they'll be okay? I mean, like, 9 years old is like, what, 5th grade? Like, back when I would tutor students and stuff, like, you can have, like, certain kinds of conversations with 5th graders, but, like, there's some that you don't. Like, well, figure it out for yourself, kid, and whether or not you like your own parents. Good night. Like, I mean, you know, none of them were, like, spoiled brats. What was nice about, like, having, like, 5th graders in my tutoring group was that, like, they were just left to their own devices. They didn't take much. It's like, okay, you got homework? Okay, you need help with it? No? Okay, cool. Just do your work. I don't have a father. All I have is Mom. She always knows exactly what to say, just like you. You always do how to hurt me. She's really good at putting me on the spot. You always knew what to say to dig it deeper into my heart. All those things. She's just so much like you. My wife or lover or whatever the fuck you were. Amelia Bedelia. Oh, sorry, Amelia if it's a Spanish pronunciation. Amelia, yo te quiero mucho. So, Professor. Oh, whoa. Was that kind of like a weird relationship you're having with one of your students, dude? I really love this place. Me too. Once the baby's born, let's all come here together. You, me, and our little girl. Yeah, that sounds nice. Just the 3 of us. So the baby's a little girl today? Girl, boy, whichever. I mean, this baby is our child, with us as parents. She or he will definitely like this place. If we're good parents and she grows up well. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Nothing in particular. I bet you were thinking as long as she doesn't grow up spoiled and selfish like her. Well, it failed, didn't it? Huh, whatever. What, are you mad? Oh, no, of course not. Not at all. Oh, brother, to think I look the same way at 19 as I do now at 28. I even wore the same clothes back then. Oh, I just remembered. What is it? Did you think of a name? We don't even know if it's a boy or a girl yet. It's too early for a name. So we just need to think of both. That's more fun anyway. I want you to be the one to decide the name. Please, it's the most important request of my life. How many most important requests of your life does this make now? So you won't do it, even for little old me? Oh, how heartless. You're lucky you're good at sex, or I wouldn't even try. I just can't say no to you. Good at it. I'll give it some serious thought and tell you next time we come here. Oh god, it's the love riff. Really? Great, that's a promise, right? Give me your pinky. Oh, I'll give you something else, baby. Hey! There, it's a promise. If you break it, you have to stick a needle in your eye. You'd really make me do it, too. You know it, so you'd better keep your promise. I think that's a Japanese thing, right? There's like lots of games and animes that make references to needle in eyes for breaking promises and shit. Hehe, my darling professor, I love you, Will. Yes, I love you too, Amelia. Hey, cut that out. You're squeezing too hard. No public displays of affection. Let's come back again here tomorrow. Tomorrow? That's not fair. Promise is a promise. But I hate coming out here. Will received the title of Old Professor. Please, Fry, I don't know how to teach. I'm a professor. That's kind of sad. Why didn't he give Senel a bed? Hey, I heard a Japanese voice. Did I just hear a baby? What the fudge? Wah. Shirley, what the... It's not mine. Of course it's not. What's going on? Well... Senel's a savage. He probably just sleeps wherever. But he's an Holy Alliance Marine or whatever. Or no, he was a war orphan from Krazand who infiltrated the Holy Alliance Marines. So I guess maybe that also makes him just sleep wherever the fuck. Like, come on, Will. Like, give the dude a dog bed at least. Just to make sure you know who means Will, right? Yeah. You started talking to him early today? We're not talking about Will right now, Sentinel. All of a sudden, they said, please take care of this child, and then just took off. What do you think we should do? Am I really just watching a fucking movie right now? Like, when in the hell is there any action gonna happen? What's the matter? Goo ga ga ga. There's something in its clothes. It's a letter. Dear Will, this is from that one night stand. Oh no, it's the... Harriet, what did those strangers look like? Oh, it was a young man and a young woman. Tell me which way they went. Sentinel, what is it? The parents of this child are planning to kill themselves. That's what it says in the letter. It says they lost their jobs and can't raise this baby, so they're leaving her to Will. What? They must have figured that Will would take good care of her. We need to find Will and tell him now. Holy shit. Like, everybody lives on this ship kind of helping each other. What in the hell? They're gonna kill themselves. Well, I mean, that's kind of dark. They lost their jobs and can't take care of the baby, so they're just gonna kill themselves instead of trying to look for another job or asking this townsfolk for some sort of assistance. It's Sentinel. Coolidge, is something wrong? Have you seen Will? I saw him heading outside the city a little while ago. He went to Harakiri. Oh my god. Goo goo ga. Oh, she's so cute. Is she yours? No. Coolidge, you having sex with Shirley? No. We're just out for a walk. No, Chloe and I are on a date. She sure has grown fond of you. 'Cause we're living under the same roof. I did say I was going to leave, though. But Alcott asked me to stay, so I decided to continue renting the room at the hospital. You know, that's kind of cool. Is this like the first out character in a Tales game? It had to be the one game that nobody plays or cares about, but still. Whenever it was me who asked you, you wouldn't agree to stay no matter what. You're ill, Elsa. You get too excited for your own good when I'm around. I told you I'm not into sushi. Strictly beef. You're way too serious, Chloe, but that's what makes you so cool. I don't know how else to tell you this. I'm just not into women. Sentinel, we have to find Will. Are you looking for Will? I'll help you. We'd appreciate it, but are you sure? Your yandere stalkers just kind of holding you back. I'll join up with you after I escort Elsa back home. It's funny. Elsa's upset with Chloe, Shirley's obsessed with Sentinel, and like they don't get any peace unless they pretend to like them. It was about time for us to head back anyway. That's what we agreed before we left for our walk, remember? Excuse me, sorry. But I'm feeling good today, and I could feel even better if you just... No, Elsa. I'm not interested, and I never will be. Also, your father murdered my parents. I'm just gonna throw that out there. It's so sad that she couldn't end up with Sentinel. I don't know why. I stand for them so hard. But it's like, after dealing with the story and seeing that basically it's like, well, I'm gonna kill everybody because you don't love me. A baby? Don't tell me it's yours. Even though we spent so much time with each other, you'd notice that she was pregnant. We need to talk to you, Will. To me? I see. We have to find the parents quickly. Yes, we can't just sit around. This is like the only, I think, legit Tales character, like, who was a lesbian. It's like, we're on a date. I love Chloe. And Chloe's like, no, I'm not interested. Why not? It's dangerous outside. How many times must I tell you that? I'm involved too. I have a right to see this through. Well, right now we need to find the parents. I'm going with you no matter what. You're lucky I don't spank you. Very well, but on two conditions. Okay, what? First, you'll have to look out for yourself. Of course. Second, you have to take care of the baby. Alright. Shirley, give her to me. 9-year-olds can't hold babies. Like, what do you... Have you ever held a baby? They're quite, you know, surprisingly big. Like, when I first held my niece, like, she wasn't, like... She's getting heavier now that she's closer to getting a year old in a couple months. But, like... A 9-year-old kid holding a baby? I don't know. Maybe I don't give 9-year-old kids enough credit. How about the parents' location? Like, babies are decently big. Unless it's like newborn, but even then, I would definitely not trust a 9-year-old holding a newborn baby. This game is crazy. I mean, it's just a game after all. It's not realistic, but still. Okay, Harriet, you hold this tiny baby that, you know, the slightest injury could cause, you know, fatal damage to the baby. You hold on to it. Will join the party. Chloe joined the party. Oh, I guess she just already came back from... Oh, everybody just joins up. We're here too.
That's all of them. We've now acquired an Eris stone from every monster out there.
We did? Well, I'll be...
Much easier if we can use these well.
Great. So, can I hold them?
Norma, if we hand them over to you, we'll never see them again. I'll manage them myself, thanks.
Excuse me. Hold this small child. Well, it's still wrapped up, so probably less than a year. I mean, it's definitely less than a year. Although my niece doesn't get wrapped up. I mean, like, video games and, like, media just have, like, that way of, like... That's how they show babies a lot. Like, wrapped up and bundled up. But, yeah. Babies are decently heavy. My point being, I still wouldn't trust a 9-year-old to be holding on to that kid. It's not very wise. But my niece is such a little doll. Anybody have any new moves that they've learned or anything? We're all kind of stagnated. I mean, in order for me to get Eruption, I need Automaton. Yeah, we only fought the one. She knows all her stuff. She knows all her stuff. Dark Wind? Where'd they say they were going? I gotta go back to Lumen Spring. Is that the new hot place to go? Great Hollow. Just because? Okay. I guess that's just where they went. Where are you? Where were we? Let's do one of these. Great Hollow, huh? I was also gonna do Formation. Where is it? I guess I'll be J for a little while. What if... Where's that dude at? Give me all that stuff, buddy boy. Fairy Ring, and I don't know. Force Ring, I guess. I could put the Spirit Bangle on. Let me go and do that. Don't foresee the enemies being too strong, but hey, we never know until we get there. So I need to use Dark Wind 28 more times. Dark Wind Duck! Dark Wind Duck! Sorry, that was a flat. Let's get dangerous. Dark Wind Duck! Oh, I feel so old. And sad because I'm old. I mean, I'm not super old, but Jesus Christ. Just remembering the stuff I'd watch as a kid. To the Great Hollow we go. Don't tire yourself out, Harriet. I'll be fine. You know, I'm surprisingly tall for a 9-year-old and strong to be holding a baby. You know, I never really stopped to think about it that way, but you are tall and strong for a 9-year-old. Great Hollow. So thank you. You need to know that you dragged me out of a mile deep hollow, and I love you. It's too heavy. Be careful with that baby. I know, you don't have to warn me about every little thing. Still, try to be a little more... will try to be a little more. Surely don't. That's his way of showing that he cares for her. What? I can hear you guys talking. Don't you think we should be looking for the parents instead of standing here chatting? If we get here too late, all this will have been for naught. You know, you ain't really that cute of a kid. No, not half as much as you. Ain't nothing about me cute. I meant half as much of a kid. Oh. Moses J, if you're going to just play around, we're going to leave you behind. Nothing wrong with being cute. I don't know what the fuck your problem is, Moses. Shall I take over for a little while, Harriet? No, I'm okay. Thanks, Groon. You know, that's a really good baby. It hasn't cried once for any food or freaked out that its parents aren't around. It's pretty crazy. What's with him? Harriet, he wants you to understand what it's like to be a parent at 9 years old.